Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or should I say ho ho ho, because when you're watching this it is finally December, which means I can actually wear my Christmas jumpers without feeling ashamed. Do you like my Christmas jumper? I got it like 2 years ago from Debenhams. It's got 2 penguins on. It's cute. Anyway, for today's video, seeing as it's December now, I thought why not tell everybody my top 10 Christmas films. My favourite Christmas films in the whole entire world. Now, there are a lot of amazing Christmas films out there. Unfortunately, I could only pick 10, and if picking 10 wasn't hard enough, I have actually ranked them from 10 all the way up to my favourite Christmas film. Before I filmed this video, if anyone had asked me what's your favourite Christmas film, I would have said, I don't know, I love all of them. And now I've actually had to sit down and think about it, and I can finally tell people what my top 10 Christmas films are in numerical order. Are you ready? Because I am. In at number 10 we have, oh excuse the case actually, years ago either me or my brother drew a smiley face on it. Plus this has 2 films on, but I'm only focusing on the top one. I have The Grinch. I never really liked The Grinch until about 2 years ago, where I actually sat down and watched it properly as an adult, and I actually really liked it. So this one has snuck into my top 10, and I'm basically going to briefly describe every film as if none of you have ever watched them before. I'm sure everyone watching this has seen The Grinch, but it's basically about this guy here. He's the Grinch and he lives in Whoville, and everyone's a bit scared of him. He lives up in like a cave, and he's basically like Scrooge but funny. So imagine A Christmas Carol but hilarious. So yeah, basically he hates Christmas. His heart is smaller than everyone else's, everyone is scared of him, and then magic happens. That's what I'm gonna say. And you know, it's lovely, it's really, really funny. So that's my top 10. My next one, I know a lot of people love this film. I do really, really like it, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shocked that it's only at number 9 on my list, but it's Elf. Basically, it's a human. As a baby, he ended up in the North Pole, and he was raised as an elf, and he didn't realise that he was a human, and then he gets told, and he goes to New York, and he goes on a search for his dad. It is quite funny how he's an elf and he's used to, you know, his elf ways and elf food and everything, and then he has to like get used to New York, and it's really lovely. Will Ferrell plays this role so well. Buddy the elf is so innocent and gullible and optimistic, and it's lovely. I don't really know what else to say about it. You should watch it, it is really good. Yeah, that's Elf. My next film is Nativity. I love this. It's quite a laid back kind of film. You can definitely put it on in the background while you're wrapping presents, and you don't have to pay so much attention to it. I think it's really funny. It's basically about this teacher, and he has to direct the Nativity play at school, and it's hilarious. And basically my favourite bit is at the end when you get to see the play happen and listen to all the songs. I really, really like that. So that is Nativity. And this one here, number 7, I only have it on video. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. I want to get this on DVD, but it's like, I think £15–20, and I'm not willing to spend that just yet, so yeah. Anyway, this is an animation about Rudolph, and I think it's really, really sweet. It's about Rudolph growing up, how everyone picks on him because he has this nose that lights up, and then he goes on this quest and his nose actually ends up being very, very useful. There's a lot of music in it, of like classic Christmas songs, but also some that are just for the film. My favourite song is when he's with the polar bear and the fox, and the fox has an accent, I don't know why. And the song goes, remember it could always be worse. Remember it could always be worse. I love it so much. So yes, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie, is amazing, especially if you have any children, or you know, it's a great family film, so I really love that, and I can't bear to part with the video because I just love it so much. My next film is Four Christmases with Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. I love this, and it's so high up on my list because I just love films, Christmas films, that are based on family. I love it, and to me Christmas time is all about spending time with your family. I have quite a big extended family, so being able to see all of them on Christmas is such a lovely thing. This is basically I can't remember what their names are in the film, but they're a couple and they hate Christmas. They always go away over Christmas. This year they can't, and both sets of parents are split up and they have to go and have 4 Christmases, and things go wrong and it tests their relationship, and it's quite funny, so I really like that. Number 5 for me is one that I don't think everyone will love, but I do. It's a Wonderful Life, and I just think it's wonderful. I love this film. I've basically said that about every single film in my top 10. But you know, I love them all, so anyway. And this is about a man called George Bailey who has a family, and he wants to kill himself. And an angel kind of sends him back in time to crucial moments in his life, but shows him what it would be like if he wasn't actually there, and how bad everyone else's life would be because he has touched so many other people's lives. It's a lovely feel-good film. It is in black and white, which I know some people don't like, but you know, you can look past it, and I just think it's wonderful, and it just shows you that there is a reason to be alive, and you do touch so many other people's lives, and I love it. And I don't know what else to say without getting too deep, but I really love this film. Next is a classic, Love Actually. I have seen this 100 times. I could see it 100 more. It's amazing. I love the fact that it's about all these different people's lives and they all connect in some way. Other films have come out that kind of have a similar concept to this, so What to Expect When You're Expecting is about lots of other people whose lives are connected. So is New Year's Eve, but nothing is going to top Love Actually. I mean, I couldn't even tell you the storyline of this because there are so many different storylines in this one film, but it's all about love and the trials and tribulations of love. But I really like this, and I'm sure all of you have seen it because you should have seen it. Number 3 on my list I actually don't have on me to show you, which is so sad. I've been looking for it and I can't find it, and I think it might be lost, so I'm gonna have to buy it again. However, it is Jack Frost. I'll put up a picture here for you. Jack Frost is a lovely family film. It's about a boy called Charlie, and his dad passes away. Of course he is heartbroken, and one winter he builds a snowman, and his dad's spirit is in the snowman, and the snowman comes to life and talks to him, and it's lovely. He gets to do things with his dad, and they spend more time together than they did when he was alive. And then they reach a point in the film when they realise that winter will end and Charlie can't keep on to the snowman forever just to keep his dad's spirit alive, and it's lovely. It's emotional. It does make me cry every single time I watch it, but I love it. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say. I love it. It is a tearjerker, but it's worth it. It really is. Please, if you have not seen it, watch it. Number 2 on my list is a film that I thought everyone had heard of. However, when I told my friend Hope about it, she hadn't. And it's a great film. It's the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is hilarious. It's about a man called Clark, and he has a family, a lovely family, and he loves Christmas, and the whole family coming over for Christmas, and basically everything that you think could go wrong goes wrong. It's not just about Christmas Day. There's the lead up to Christmas when they go present shopping, and he gets stuck in the loft, and just loads of stuff happens, and it's hilarious. You have to watch it because it's just so funny. I remember when me and my brother were younger, this was our favourite film, and we used to watch it every single day in December because we loved it so much. It was actually really hard to choose between my number 1 and number 2. So Christmas Vacation just slipped down to number 2, and number 1 is the Santa Claus. This is amazing. To be honest, number 1, number 2 and number 3, they are all amazing. It's about a man called Scott Calvin, and he works a lot. He doesn't have custody of his son. His son never wants to see him because he always lets the son down in some way. And on Christmas Eve, Santa falls off of his roof. He puts on the suit and then he becomes the next Santa Claus. And people think his son's making it up, and you just visit this magical world of elves, and all the people who play elves are children, and it's just so lovely and magical, and they all have glitter on their cheeks. It's very humorous, it's lovely, and you know, his son like learns to love his dad again, and then there's a bit, I think in one of the films, Scott has to find a wife, otherwise he won't be able to be Santa anymore. There's all this stuff happens, and oh, Jack Frost comes as well and like causes a scene. I'm talking about all 3 of the films. They are all so good, and I don't know, it's just my number 1. These films are funny, they are heartwarming, they are feel good, they give you a massive sense of Christmas and magic and family. They are just lovely. So they are my top 10 Christmas films at the moment. You never know, they may change by next year. I have bought some new films. I bought Deck the Halls, which I don't think I've ever seen before, and I bought Jingle All the Way, which I think I have, but years and years ago, so that's another 2 that may be added to the list at some point next year. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you have found a new Christmas film that you've never seen before and that you would like to watch. If you liked this video, give it a big old like and subscribe if you would like to, because that would be lovely and really put me in the Christmas spirits. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next week. Bye!